anywhere.
Yeah, you're good.
That is first in the chat.
I'm gonna fix it here. Thank you for saying that. So Greece will be in group 7. I missed that group earlier, I guess. Okay, and then group 6 will be Finland. Thank you for fixing that before we got way down the road. That would have been painful. Okay, so Greece is in group 7 and Finland in group 6. Keep going here. Yeah, G7's basically done. Oh, we've got Canada 1 here. Group Zone 1, so they will play in Group 2 there. Group 2 will be Canada 1 in the first position.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to play Canada 1.
There you go.
straight out
Canada
the
1
gate.
and US 1 are split. Okay. Next up,
Maybe we won't take each other out.
we've got Norway, Zone 2. The first Zone 2 availability would be Group 5, Position 1. We've got Norway. Alright, next up. If you guys are curious, we had 10 nations from Zone 1, which is basically North America, South America, 17 from Western Europe, and then 6 from Eastern Europe, basically. Next up, we've got France, Zone 2. That's Lena Kitty's French team. And that'll be Group 6, Position 1.
Mentioning Lena Kitty, Mitch.
Sure.
You need to tell her
Okay.
for me, because she never responds to me, to start responding to me.
Okay, got it.
I'm kidding, of course.
Lena Kitty, one of the best in the world, in my opinion.
She's very good, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start seeing some, I think, matchups here soon as they come together. Oh, we were on an ad? Okay, so if you're in the ad, you just missed France getting drafted to Group 6. So there you go. Next up, we've got Poland, which is Zone 2. Next Zone 2 availability would be Group 4, Position 2. There we go. So we got Poland. So Ireland and Poland together. There we go. A couple of Europeans matched up to start there. Next up, we've got United States 3, which will go into Group 3. Easy to remember. We got USA 3 going into Group 3, Position 1. Next up, we've got Sweden. This is a Zone 2. That's correct. So USA 2 will be in Group 2. And Sweden needs to go to Group 5. So Sweden will be in Group 5, Position 2, with Norway there. So we get the good Norway-Sweden rivalry right off the bat. Nope, did I put it in the wrong spot? Yeah, I did.
I have another question that was asked in chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wouldn't United States Team 2 need to go into Group 2?
Yes, we will hold that position for US Team 2.
Well, he's saying that because Sweden is currently.
Yeah, I just clicked the wrong one. It's in the correct spot now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Sweden goes to Group 5, position 2 with Norway. We will go... Northern Ireland, a lot of people's pick to make finals. Zone 2, Northern Ireland will go into Group 6 with France.
Yeah, that's a team that scares me. Just saying.
That will be interesting. Now you have...
One shot, Brutal Pipe, and I forgot who the other was.
And you have those three playing against teams with Kuehl and Lena Kitty on them.
Ooh.
So those will be some interesting matchups.
Oh, this is just the seeding round, so...
That's right. That's right.
It doesn't matter yet.
Only matters in terms of winning your group for the most part.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how that group winner gets worked out. Next up, we've got Australia. That's a Zone 5. We're just drawing these groups because they deserve to get to be in the fun too, right? So Australia goes into Group 7. Next up, we've got...
So, I take it Australia has to face themselves straight out of the gate. There was no leeway that they gave in their scheduling to avoid that.
No, Australia only has one team. Australia and New Zealand. Are you thinking of both of them?
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Okay, so Croatia Zone 2 will go into Group 2. Croatia goes into Group 2. They'll be in there with Canada 1. So we'll get a nice Canada 1 and Zareki matchup early.
Interesting.
Okay. Next up, we've got Israel. Another popular pick here. That's a Zone 3. They'll be in Group 3.
I think I'm going to read off who's in what teams for you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, just give me a second.
Israel is Parlox, Saber 555, and Acrobot. I just happen to know that one, but should be a good group.
Yeah, and they currently do not have an alt.
And they don't have an alt. That is correct. That's correct. They have 3 signups there. 3 Grandmaster signups, so that's a tough one.
Acrobot. I've never played with them, so
yeah.
Interesting.
All right, next up we've got Northern South America. That's a Zone 1. So the next available spot for them will be Group 1. They'll be matched up with USA 1, Northern South America. That is players representing Brazil, Colombia,
Venezuela.
I think Venezuela is its own team. I don't remember the other one.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Ecuador?
Yeah, they are.
I think it's Ecuador.
I'm sorry.
Brazil, Colombia, and Ecuador, I'm pretty sure. Next up, we've got... Wow, it's going to really look like I rigged it now.
Well,
United States...
That was Northern South America.
Yep.
So let me find that. That is Finley Pope, Fun Hazmat, and Matsu.
Yeah, those are tough names.
Forgive me, Matu Surreal, and then the backup is Konanchi. I've played with Konanchi before.
Perfect. United States 2 happened to get drawn where it had to get drawn. Again, I swear I didn't do that on purpose.
That is sometimes. Crackle, Math to Law, and Spud as backup.
Okay, so we've got Crackle, Math to Law, and Spud, and then you want to read Canada 1 in there also?
No. Mite, Crackle, and Mathila.
Okay,
I'm
Breda,
gonna
Mike,
list
Crackle, and Math.
last one I list off is the alt. So
Gotcha.
the alt is Spud.
Gotcha. All right, next up we've got Eastern Asia representatives from Japan and China playing for Eastern Asia. They'll go into Group 7.
This has one of my favorite players, the guy from Japan, the All Consuming, and then another player in my server, a Mu Bao, though I've never played with him, and then Stephen Fujimori, who I think he has another name that he goes by as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Can't remember it though.
Yeah, those are 3 really good players actually on that one. So that'll be very interesting to see how they come out of that Group 7. See who we got next.
And no backup for that.
We've got Austria, part of Zone 3, even though you guys all are angry about it and want them to be part of Zone 2, which really doesn't matter a ton.
So we've got Neo Ace, Toby Peacemaker, then Agrawal, and no backup for Austria.
Yeah. So a couple of more
Neo Ace
famous Risk players.
is also, I forget what his other name is, Neo something.
Okay, so now we've got Group 6 with France's Lena Kitty team, Northern Ireland, a lot of people's favorites in the tournament, Finland with Kuhl and friends, and now Austria with Van Agrawal. That will be a fun group to see some of those matchups, no question. Little bit group of death feel early on here.
Okay, so just looking at Group 7, we're definitely running the Australia one, and no, I'm kidding, and the Asia map, and
Oh, yeah.
and then maybe Roman Empire.
Oh, are we in ads again? Disney Plus. I like that you guys are now telling me what types of ads you're getting. That helps with the algorithm for sure. Should Austria not be in Group 4? Okay, I'll look. No, Austria was a Zone 3 draw. They were a Zone 3 draw. Back. Cool. Whoa, thanks for the raid, Mr. Buzz. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, Mr. Buzz.
Appreciate the raid. We are in the middle here of the Risk World Cup 2023 official draw. You can see we're about halfway through drawing. Hey, thanks for the gifted sub, Carter. Oh, you would like yeah, let me see if I don't know if I can figure that out, but I'll try.
Still haven't drawn Germany one there, so good timing. Get the excitement of seeing
Yeah,
that.
that's true. We've got both German teams left to draw. I'm seeing if I can pause ads. I don't know exactly how to do it, but I'll try to figure it out real quick. Carter has requested that. I'll try to see if I can skip it next time it pops up, Carter. That'll be my plan. Okay, next draw here. We've got Peru. Members of Zone 1.
All right, so in that we've got Katu 2.1, Felice, which we all know Felice.
Yeah,
And
Felice,
then
super good player.
Isaacs. And there's no backup.
Okay, so Peru will fall into Group 3 with US 3 there. Peru. Next up, we've got Northern Europe. That's a Zone 2, represented by players from Denmark, Iceland, and Lithuania.
And for Northern Europe, we have Aladdin, Mr. Pingu, and the famous Tharms.
Go Group 4. They'll jump into Group 4 with Ireland and Poland.
And no backup.
Hey, Speedster, seeing where we're at currently with your European options, which group do you hope Germany gets drawn into?
Oh, that's a great question.
Since we have somehow missed Germany so far.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Germany 1 and 2. How do y'all want it to line up? Because obviously you're not going to be in the same group.
Honestly,
Yep.
I'm happy that I'm not in group 6.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with that. You're either going to be group 2, 4, or 5. Which would you prefer?
Probably 5.
Okay, group 5. Okay.
There are a lot of
What about
unknowns,
you?
but I understand that.
What about you Dutch guys? We also haven't drawn one of the 2 Dutch teams. Where would you guys... What do you prefer out of 2, 4, and 5 here?
Fonty, I don't want Speedster.
Scared for 2, so I'm very scared of group 2.
Scared
right
of
now.
group 2? Okay, yeah, so you
Group
prefer
two.
a 4 or 5?
Group 2 stacked with Arco, with Trunk, with I'm pulling these names off the top of my head. All right, let me just look. And Uncle Traveling Maddie. So Canada's stacked, and then of course Croatia has Zerki as probably the most well-known name in the group and staff of the server. Amongst let me
Oh,
read off
by the
the
way,
others. Praza 00 and D Glavanja. And the United States 2, just as a reminder, that was Bradamite, Crackle, Machtala as the primaries, with Spud as a backup. So, stacked.
Also very strong.
Sure.
Amazingly, somehow we haven't drafted either of the 2 Netherlands, 2 Germany teams, or 2 English teams. So, some weird luck there. We'll
England
see
team 1 and team A. England 1 and England 8.
Okay, next up we've got our final participant in Group 7, New Zealand. Will fill that final Zone 5 spot. The drama for Group 7 ended a long time ago, but there you go. Now we've officially got those members. All right, next up, maybe it'll be one of those England's or Germany's or Netherlands. We do have Germany 1, Zone 2. That means Germany 1 will be in Group
Oh my
5.
gosh,
Group 5, correct?
It's brutal. At least this is the seeding round, because so far I'm thinking Group 2 is the...
It's Group 5 though, right? They go into Group 5. Everyone's
Oh.
agreeing.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay, you guys all reacted, and I was like, wait, they're going to Group 5.
Okay.
which one is it?
So Norway and Sweden. That's what
Sweden.
Speedster said he wanted. So let's see if it's a be careful what you wish for situation there.
Coming for you.
Yeah, who was it that said they didn't want Speedster? I saw that in the chat somewhere.
Poland did not want Speedster, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Mr. Buzz,
I
so
don't
it's
I don't blame you, Poland. Speedster's he's known for winning. So
it's rows and then columns, Mr. Buzz. So we look at your zone and then we find the next row available and then column order within that. So rows and then columns.
One question.
Yeah.
Who's still left in Zone 2? Just for asking.
Say that again.
Who is left in Zone 2 that could
Oh.
be drafted?
Okay, so Zone 2, you've got the 2 English teams still available. The 2 Dutch teams still available.
We didn't talk about that.
One of the German teams, so that's 5 of them. Who else are we missing? Southeastern Europe and Scotland. I think those are who's left in Zone 2.
So I forgot to read off Germany, but
Yeah, go ahead.
We've got the famous Kubli,
Famous
and
Kubli.
Speedster, and Mr. Buzz as that team. So
Yeah.
if you're talking about a stacked team, there you go.
Yeah.
And then Elroy Risico. Is that did that change out?
Yes, he is, because Tom had to leave the tournament due to his scheduling issues. So Tom's dropped out, so the alternate got moved into the official German team.
All right. So.
And I think their alternate swapped
yeah,
to
so-
Under the Gun now.
Yeah, Germany too has Under the Gun as an alt.
Oh, okay.
Which that's a scary alt.
Yeah.
According to Kubli. I've never actually played him.
Well, to be fair, I'm not like Germany cannot get into your group again. Yeah, like anymore. Germany too. And I'm not afraid of England because we all know what Germany does to England usually. So I think we're fine.
That's true. Germany 2 will have to be in Group 2 or Group 4. So we'll figure out where that spot's going to be. Alright, dropped one. Next up, we've got Scotland. Scotland, the only national final still to come. They're actually playing tomorrow because of very challenging scheduling issues. But Scotland's in Zone 2.
Who's in Scotland? That one is yet to populate.
Yeah, we don't have the team yet because we have the final tomorrow. So,
okay.
Yeah, their final
Let
kick
me
and push
broadcast
that.
on my channel.
4-4.
I'm sorry? What'd you
Yeah,
say?
Open will be broadcasting that Scotland final tomorrow at 1800 UTC.
Okay.
You can check it out on Open's
Perfect.
Twitch channel.
Perfect. Midday.
Okay, so they go into spot 4 in Group 2. Scotland goes into Group 2.
How many players are in Scotland?
They
competing
have
for the
6
final?
signed up for their final.
Oh, nice. And which players? Or
I don't have them all memorized. Boyd Capadilla, probably the most famous that's in it. But I don't have them all memorized.
That's okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. So Scotland goes into Group 2. Okay. Next up, we've got Saudi Arabia, Zone 3. They'll go into Group 3.
So KSA.
Yes.
1 second. We have Abdullah's 33, Bilan 8, and Carpo. And there's no backup. I am sorry. That was a tongue twister.
Yeah, tough ones. Okay, next up we've got Central Europe, which is a Zone 2, which means we need to put that into Group 4.
All right. I was talking to 2 of these players earlier today. We've got Chase the Harry and Demonic as in Lexus Red Cheeks.
There you go. So representing Switzerland and a couple other nations. Gosh, I can't remember what those are. Liechtenstein and Malta, I think, are the 3 there. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty on Netherlands and England. Still have not drawn either of them yet.
I know that's exciting.
They're running out of options. Okay. Let's see what we got next. Malta and Liechtenstein, yeah. Ooh, we've got Germany 2. That is a Zone 2. Germany 2 cannot go into Group 5 because Germany 1 is in there. That would be the next spot available. So Germany 2 will go into Group 2.
Germany 2 absolutely loaded with Burns and Robin Riedel and Silent Legend, and their backup is Under the Gun. So yeah.
Germany 2's tough. I wouldn't think of them
Jesus.
as a 2 team.
I fear for everybody playing in Group 2.
Group 2 is brutal. Now you got Canada 1, US 2, Croatia, Scotland, and Germany 2. That'll be a tough one to get the win in, right?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so now we know some stuff. We know Netherlands 1 both Netherlands teams and both England teams will be in either Group 4 or Group 5. How about our Dutch players? You want Group 4 or Group 5? Ignore that one of them says Germany 1 in it.
I think Group 5 will be a very fun group to play in. Do we have Eric in Norway?
Yes, Eric's in Norway.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So
Norway.
I think Eric, Patrick, we've got Germany 1, which is like a difficult group to play against, but a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, Group 5 will be fun. It'll be tough, but fun for sure. Okay, here we go.
Patrick's part of Sweden, to be clear.
Yes, Patrick's on the Sweden.
I know Tanya knows. I'm just telling
clearing it up for everybody.
Yep. Tanya's from the area.
All right, next up we've got Venezuela, Zone 1. Yeah.
Don't put Blazon in the wrong group, okay?
Venezuela. All right, we've got Alifer, Ansantu, Carlos Risk as Venezuela.
But I guess. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ansatsu 89. Mispronounced it.
All right, we've got Venezuela in Group 1. Who were you saying to not put Blazon in? Is that what you were saying?
Don't put Blazon in the wrong group.
Don't put Blazon in the wrong group, and you don't want him in Group 1. Is that what you're saying? Or in Germany 1's group?
What you have to see his profile to know why he's saying this.
Oh yeah. And Kubli's on Germany 1, right?
And also Blazon's profile.
Is Blazon England 1 or England 2?
He is England 1 with Risky Cam and Tim.
Gotcha.
And Sterling Fortune as the alt.
Next up, we've got Mexico. Mexico will join Group 3.
That is made up of Bibo, Jose Vargas 916, El Martinez, some long number. And then the alt is a player that I have played against a few times, and that is a very strong player, Raw Risk It All.
There you go. Mexico. Okay, so in Group 3 is all finished. Who you guys got as your favorite in Group 3? US 3, Peru, Mexico, Israel, or Saudi Arabia? Who's the favorite there?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Who's the favorite in Group 3 now that we've got it finished up?
I'm hang on, Israel, I think.
Yeah, Israel.
Israel? We think Israel's the favorite there? Think Parlox will be happy with his group?
I think he'll. Well, I guess I'm not. I don't know, but I would think he would be okay with the group. US 3 is fine. They've got Joey.
US 3 is pretty good group, yeah.
Yeah, US 3 is not bad. They've got Dog Sergeant, Gary the Bear, and Joey Irwin as Group 3 with Not Young Me as the backup. So it's not a pushover team.
Yeah. Okay, next up.
I think most players respect Parlox as a strong player and Saber as well. And like I said, I've never played Acrobat, so I can't speak to him.
Next up, we've got Western Asia. That's a Zone 3. They'll finish up Group 6. Earlier, we were saying Group 6 might be the group of death. Who do you guys have as your favorites in Group 6 now that we've got the full group together here? France, Northern Ireland, Finland, Austria, or Western Asia?
I don't think there's a way to to declare a winner already. Like there's so much power in that group. It's impossible.
And Western Asia, we have General Clash, followed by numbers. Mitch,
different Mitch.
Not to be confused with the one speaking right now. And Murray Kagura, who was so kind to let me explain how the my server VCs work and go and explain it to his team.
One Shot says that Northern Ireland's the clear favorites in that group. So,
I mean, my opinion is that Northern Ireland has, like, from the pure skill, I think they are the best team of the tournament, like, put together.
okay.
So if they get the exact same luck as everybody else, they should have better chances at winning than everybody else in that group.
Gotcha.
So to add some context, Kubli has in the past told me that he. So I said, Kubli, I consider you one of the basically top GMs. Not necessarily the top GM, but one of the top GMs. And Kubli told me, no, he's not, which says, oh, wait, I'm really bad then. Anyway, and I asked him to list off some players, and the players he listed off as top GMs were Cooltim, One Shot, Under the Gun, and Riedel, and maybe Speedster. I can't remember if he listed him or not.
Yeah,
anyway,
two of those are on my team.
If Kubli is right about his analysis, Cooltim and One Shot being together is brutal. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Brutal Pipe, by the way, is the other player.
Okay, next up we've got... Somehow we keep avoiding England and Netherlands. It's unbelievable. Southeastern Europe, Zone 2. They'll fill in that Group 5. Position 4.
So Alexandre, 2305, Badabovsky, and Rule. With no alt. I am unfamiliar with
Southeastern Europe. I think I was saying Southern Europe, but Southeastern Europe is what we're talking about. Those are the players you listed.
I read it. Yep.
There's no Southern Europe, so that's good. Southeastern Europe is Romania, Serbia, and Albania, the 3 countries represented there. Kubli is correcting your list. Cooltim, Kilted, Under the Gun, Speedster, Riedel. So there you go.
Cooltim, Kilted, Under the Gun,
Speedster, Riedel.
Okay. Did I list off someone that wasn't supposed to be in that list? Or just I missed someone?
You said One Shot.
One Shot.
I did not put him in the list.
said One Shot. Oh, okay. My apologies.
I would consider him better than me, definitely. But he was not on that list.
That's
One
fair.
Shot is hurt. One Shot is hurt by those comments.
I love it. We'll go prove them wrong, huh?
All right, next up, we've got Central America and the Caribbean. That's a Zone 1, and that includes players from El Salvador, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Costa Rica. They will jump into the remaining Group 1 spot.
We've got some popular names in there. We've got General Lidar, Harlow the Hawk, Outcast as the primary players, and then a player from Cuba who, as Mitch has talked about in the past, was rather difficult to set up due to some laws, but Torres Gomez.
He had some challenges, but he'll play as the alternate.
Tony.
We actually had a coin flip to get onto that team in their finals. 2 players ended with 0 points, so it was a coin flip to get that 3rd player. So, okay, so we are down to 5 teams left to draw. Amazingly, England and Netherlands are going to be 4 of the last 5 we draw. They're going to be the last 4 we draw. We've got officially Canada 2 jumping into Group 1.
All right, Canada 2. It's made up of Adam Schmidt, McKenna Blintz, or Sly Master, depending on which server you're looking at. Sir Chronicus. And the backup is Captain Tank Tickler.
It does look rigged, I agree. Who do we have as our favorite in Group 1? United States 1, Northern South America, Venezuela, Central America and Caribbean, or Canada 2? Who you guys got as your favorite?
Obviously, USA 1, right?
USA 1's your favorite?
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
No bias there.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting group. Canada 2, good team also. Okay, now one last chance, England and Netherlands. For some reason, I've orchestrated this perfectly. to where you guys are the last 4 options in here. Would you prefer Group 4 or Group 5? Open, you still thinking Group 5 for the fun?
Yeah, I do.
Risky Cam, you want to be in Group 4 so you don't have to play Kubli? Is that what you're saying? I think, yeah, I know. The scripting's unbelievable.
I don't blame you for not wanting to play Kubli. He's fun to play with in friendly matches. He's
Not so much in tournaments.
He's scary to play with otherwise.
Okay, so the way it'll work for these 4, when we draw one of them, we'll know that the 2 is going to be in the other group. So we'll take a little bit of the drama out of it. So first up, we've got Netherlands 2 going into Group 4. That'll be Netherlands 2, which means Netherlands 1 joins Germany 1 in Group 5.
So Netherlands 2 is made up of Bertus, Johan, which is in the call currently, unless he's stepped out, and Fabian Amarda, 31. And then as the backup, it's Genta. And Netherlands. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Speedster, thanks for the raid. Love that. We'll do the other Netherlands once we do it. Thanks for the raid, Speedster. Johan, how do you feel about your group you got drawn into there? Are you still here?
I'm here. At least we're not playing versus Germany.
Okay.
I'm scared of the German efficiency.
Sure.
Speed running the game.
You get to skip Germany 1 at least for the seeding round, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll draw it out. Obviously, if we get the other Netherlands, we will have to put them in Group 5. Oh, we did get the other Netherlands. Really builds the drama for England here.
Yeah.
Netherlands goes into Group 5. You can go with those players if you want, Plasma.
Okay. Netherlands 1 is made up of Ben Workshoe, Larnsey, and Open Tanyo as the team, and then Jelmer, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, as the alt.
Perfect. Hey, Ben, you feel pretty confident about being able to
How
take
do you pronounce y'all's J's?
Yenta.
Yenta?
It's Johan and Yenta. They pronounce them both differently.
Great.
Or if you're Johan pronouncing opens, you give a J to the Y and call him Tanjo. So even though that's incorrect.
Tanjo. Yeah, it's Tanjo.
He's the only one that says Tanjo. I think it's supposed to be Tanyo.
We get Bell.
There's some
like that, yeah.
Ben, you
We get
pre-
Bell. Yay.
need some slashes in there or something. Tanyo. Tanyo.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's Ye Trienta.
Yetri. Oh, because it's a 3. Yetrienta. Sure. That's
No,
a really
it is
tough
Yenta.
name. Yenta.
It is Yenta.
Ben, you feel pretty confident about taking on Germany 1 there? What do we want to see? England 1 in Group 4 or Group 5?
I don't think Ben is in the VC.
No, he's in the Twitch chat. He said, "Let's do this." He's confident he can take down Speedster. So
Obviously, we
I want to see England 1 in Group 4.
we want to see England 1 in Group 4.
Because Kubli doesn't want to face Blazin. Right? So there you go.
Blaze. I have the Elven King in my group. I want Blazin in my group as well. Just give it to me. Give all of it to me.
Well, it's just the seeding round, so there's no forcing him through.
Hey, Plasma, will you read England 1 and then England 2 real quick so we can really tell people who's coming?
So England 1 is made up of Blazin, Risky Cam, and Tim, with the backup of Sterling Fortune. And then England 2 is made up of Bertram the Boar, 23, Leona, and Zycron, with the backup of Simlan.
There you go. Simlan. All right, so the first one we draw here will be Group 4, and we'll see if it's England 1, England 2, and then we will know where the other England team is going. So our first draw here is England 2 will be going into Group 4, which means England 1
Yes.
goes into Group
Yes.
5.
Woohoo!
Wait, Kublai, I thought you were saying you didn't want them in.
Did we lose Kublai?
Can you
I get your
explain
logic.
after you're done what exactly is the difference between seeding and the groups itself?
Did the stream freeze?
It froze for a
I was
second. I think
wondering
we're
the same.
back. I think we're back now.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So what was that question again?
Yeah, the seeding round. Can you explain it again so everyone understands who just tuned in?
Yeah, exactly. So the seeding round will be obviously 7 groups here. The winners of each of these 7 groups will auto advance to the quarterfinals. The other 30 will be placed in round 1 groups against each other based off of how they finished in this round.
I love the group.
Say that again.
I love the groups and I love every group. There's some stacked groups, some. I think the most spicy groups will be probably somewhere in group 2 and 4, 5, and 6. I think with
2,
some
4,
great...
5, and 6.
Yeah.
Who do we think is group of death at this point? What's the toughest group to win for the seeding round, in your guys' opinion? The toughest to get the win in?
Are you saying
I think-
toughest from an underdog position?
The
Or
toughest for any of the teams in the group. What's the toughest one to win in the seeding round?
Give me a second.
I think group 2.
I disagree. I think the group with France in it, can see all of them right now, but like that's group 5, I think. No, group 6. Group 6 will be the death group, I think.
So, let's see, Group 6, Northern Ireland. Now, who was saying that Northern Ireland that they think? Oh yeah, because of Cool Tim.
I think Group 6 is the death group if you're not Northern Ireland.
Because they have to play against them?
Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna say that, man, this is tough. Group 2 has got quite the lineup. Group 5, I think, like the Germany lineup is going to be really tough for players. That's why I was asking about the underdog situation. Because if it were underdog, I would say Group 5. Otherwise, I have to probably look at the players again more closely. I think that it's probably between one of those two.
Sinkster thinks Group 5's the most stacked. Because you have the Germany, Dutch, and England 1 teams, maybe?
Yeah, I think Group 4 and 5 are probably the most scary because the Netherlands are in there.
Yeah, Group 4's got that Johan Netherlands 2 team, so you don't want to mess with them for sure.
Yeah, and I guess another thing to consider is the number of players in a group. So the just from if you're considering straight odds, if there's a 6-player group, there's a lower chance for you to get through. So there's a lower chance for you to win it. So you could throw it into favor of a 6-player group like Group 5.
Yeah. So we got a question from Chase the Harry. When will we receive game settings? The game settings for the seeding round are already up on the site. They've been up for a week, but you are welcome to grab them if you just go to riskworldcup.com, info settings. You'll see the settings for the seeding round. Tomorrow we'll post the round 1 settings, so you always have 2 weeks ahead to get your practice in. So the game settings are already up for the seeding round. And And then we had a question earlier on bots. So the 5-player groups will play no bots. There will be no bots for the rest of the tournament. So if they're in 5-nation groups, those will all be 5-player games. So those will be slightly different games, but you'll be playing 5-player games with no bots.
It'll still feel close enough to a 6-player game, but the going last is less of a what's the word I'm looking for? Less of a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise with going first.
Barusan Robin asks, how will the first round be scheduled based on seeding? Yes, so we will take the seeding from this round and we'll have to combine it with timing issues, obviously, because there's going to be big challenges and trying to get stuff lined up. But yeah, so we'll use kind of a combination of those zones that you saw from earlier, plus how you finished in your seeding round, to try to prevent all the second place teams from a seeding round ending up in the same group. So yeah, it'll be kind of a combination of how you finish in your seeding round plus time availability. Do teams in groups of 5 have a better or worse chance? Well, I think they have a slightly better chance just in that there's one less team, but it also depends a little bit if your players play better in 6-player games. 6-player games, you got a better chance of someone failing a kill or something like that and feeding you the game. So
sure.
There's probably...
5-player games can... depending on the map, maybe everybody gets bonus, it stalls out, just depends.
Yeah. There's positives and negatives to it, for sure. What other questions you guys got?
I have a question. Why do you make Italy 90 seconds?
Why did we make Italy 90 seconds? It's possible that I didn't do that on purpose. It should be 60 seconds. Does it say 90 seconds on the website right now?
Yes.
So Italy and Königsberg say 90 seconds.
I'll review that and verify before I send out the blast tomorrow with the schedules.
If you were to pick between Königsberg and Italy, Königsberg is more needed to be 60 seconds than Italy, but I would say 60 seconds on both would make sense.
Yeah, we're going to drop down the territory limit. I think it was 90 for the first part of the tournament, or 80 territories or more for 90 seconds. And I think we're going to drop it down to 70, but I'll verify that and shoot it out to everybody on the timing piece of it. So we're going to drop it down a little bit, but not a ton.
Well, I wasn't talking about territory counts. I was just talking about from practice.
Yeah.
The complexity of the maps and so forth.
Exactly. What other questions you guys got?
Especially with blizzards on Italy, that creates some
challenges getting around.
Challenges, but sometimes it creates kill guard points, and the islands are kill guard points and things like that. So, it can vary it, but it is a 70% game. So,
yep. A couple of things. Feel free to keep shooting me questions. I'm happy to answer them here. A couple of things. If you have not filled out your availability, I'm going to immediately after this begin working on building the schedules so that I can get them out tomorrow for your group games. So get your availability in like in the next 5 minutes. You've been pinged with the info and tourney announcements. You can click on the link to the form. It takes about 2 minutes to fill out the form because it's just an availability update, but we need your availability. Otherwise, your team may not get to control when you guys are playing. You may be playing with some wild times. So don't let your team down. Get your availability in ASAP. Hot Buns. Are you familiar with Paul the Octopus? I am not familiar with Paul the Octopus. Okay, so you don't need to send over who's playing which game. That is a good question, Robin. So we won't be scheduling individual players. It's up to your team who's going to show up. You just need to have whoever is playing for your team confirm within that 5 minutes of game time in the Discord lobby, in the Discord thread, that they will be playing, that they're there and going to be playing. So there will be no need to turn in who's playing which games. You can decide up to 5 minutes before the game there. Octopus who predicted the results. Oh, I didn't know this. Okay. I do remember somewhat a story. He's from Germany, right? I think it was from Germany. Where do we find what, Risky Kim?
Mitch, that's a recipe for disaster. There should be like an unofficial submission, so a default submission. That way, at least the staff have someone
No,
by
we're not.
default to
We're
go
not
to?
going to put in any information. You guys just bring in your player as long as you're there within 5 minutes. If you don't show up within those time frames, your team gets 0 points for the game. So we're leaving it up to teams to get that coordinated.
Okay.
Scotland's final is tomorrow, Speedster. That's why it's not filled out on the website. It's at 1800 UTC tomorrow. They kept getting theirs pushed back. So Open Tanyao will have that final tomorrow at 1800 on his Twitch. That'll be the last team that will be filling in the players for. The forms for the time in tourney announcements on Discord. I'm happy to... I can probably paste in the link here in the chat also. Yeah, tourney announcements is where we put it yesterday.
You wanna? I didn't know the answer to the mouse question. Is that something that's
Why is England won so bad? I don't think England won so bad. I love
Yo,
that.
who said that? Who
now
said that?
Now that Crackle knows what group he's in, he can talk as much crap as he wants on England, right? Does a team get replaced by a bot? So if they don't show up, we do not replace with a bot. So there'll be no bots in this part of the tournament. Is Lucy
what's the minimum show count?
Technically, we don't have a minimum, so hopefully we don't run into that. But technically, there's no minimum in terms of show. They'll just play with whoever shows up. Everyone else will get 0 points.
All right. Well, that makes it easy, guys. If
you don't show up, you don't play. Yep. Crackle, they're lowering your expectations. Hot Buns thinks that England 1 is just kind of playing possum a little bit, acting like they're not very good. So
it's same format, top 3. First two, not seeding around, but after that.
Yes, for the most part, that's true. There are we will have a couple of wild card positions that make it out of round 1 into quarterfinals. The top 2 4th place teams will make it into quarterfinals to give us an even 24.
Hey, got a question.
Yeah, what's up, Harlow?
Hello there, people. If only one person is available at the different times, can that same player play all the different games?
So you can only get one game ahead of your teammates, right? So in week 1, one player could play 2 games. That'd be fine. But they can't play their next game until everyone evens back up with them.
Okay. Perfect.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool. You can never get more than one game ahead of your team. I'll just sit back and let Germany and England weaken each other. Yeah, Germany 1 versus England 1 is the matchup I think everyone wanted to see. I think there needs to be more trash talk. Crackle would push for more trash talk. Also, Canada 1 may not score a point this whole cup. Wow. Is Crackle US 2 or US 3? I think he's US 2. He's US 2, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Crackle against Arco's team will be fun. Aries would like to play the screen sheep. Yeah, I gotta move it into this. Hold on, let me grab it. I think it will work now.
I have one more question to the English team. Do you guys have any flashbacks from the World Cup after being now in the game and playing on the Italy map? Just, you know.
Oh, and it is Italy. Oh. Too real. Too real for England. As I understand it, England's like general theme from their soccer World Cups is they perform really well in the group stage, and then lose on penalties in the knockout rounds is their general style. So we'll see how that turns out here.
While I have a bunch of people here, I just want to say I'm trying to organize all the teams into my server. We've got practice VCs set up. You can drag whoever you want, but they can't just join your VC, so on and so forth. And we're trying to run teams games, especially this weekend, that align with anybody's schedule, basically. So I'll be running games all day, depending on if people respond.
There you go. Hot Buns and Tom are going to be coaching Germany 1 and England 1, so that probably changes your guys' opinions on how good those teams are, knowing that Tom and Hot Buns are going to be coaching them for sure. Toby says so. Say that again.
Can we say that England is like the Cowboys? Like they cannot do well at the beginning and then they just fade away?
Kind of, yeah, very similar. If you're looking for a U.S. football reference, probably the Dallas Cowboys is probably the best reference for sure. So if a team,
from what?
Yeah, go ahead, Kubli.
Go ahead. Okay. From what I've noticed with England is they start off very weak and then they drop down very fast.
And then they get worse. They start out weak and then they get worse.
Same thing that happens to the Cowboys. Hopefully there is another person from Texas here. But yeah.
I think Crackle might be from Texas, actually. I'm not sure. So if a team doesn't get replaced with a bot, you could actually end up... Oh, no, he's Ohio, I think. So if a team doesn't get replaced with a bot, you could actually end up with a scenario where forfeiting a game guarantees a top 3 spot. Yeah, so they would only lose their spot in that game, right? So there's 3 games in a match. A team could potentially miss 1 game but still play in the other 2 games in the match and get through. So it's not the consecutive games that you've been playing. Most likely they will be all split up times that your group will have. Again, to see all of this, the website will have a groups page in the next 24 hours. That looks... Gonna find it. That looks kind of like this. So you'll have your seeding round group, your teams, and your colors assigned. Obviously, this is just a sample group, so this is not one that we actually drew. And then there'll be a schedule to the right of it tomorrow at about 0 UTC Monday that will have your 3 game times, and you can select your players for each of the game times.
Hey, somebody asked a good question in the chat.
Yeah.
What about the colors, the team colors?
Yeah, so team colors... Team colors will be assigned based off of kind of our hierarchy that we've been shooting out through the last 2 months, basically. And the final ones were from yesterday. And so we'll use their primary colors and then work our way down. And we'll do that in order to get as many teams the primary colors that they're supposed to have, and then secondary and then tertiary colors.
You want to tell me which ones are the primary colors for the USA?
Yeah, so US's order, the primary color is blue, secondary is white, and then tertiary is red.
All right.
Okay, DJ. Yeah, so the teams are all under, if you go to Risk World Cup, and then you go to teams, you'll see the teams there. Thank you, DJ Pixelbot. I think the question was about Scotland, who's the one that's not listed because they have their final tomorrow. Again, Open Tanya will be broadcasting that tomorrow at 1800. You didn't even qualify for Euros. Oh, who didn't qualify? Did Germany not qualify for Euros? Risky Cam is making fun of someone for not qualifying for Euros, but I don't know. Soccer Euro qualifications.
The fact that you call it soccer makes me feel threatened. Thank you.
Sorry. Football. Sorry. Very important. Robin asked, can you explain how someone could play in 2 games? Okay, so yeah, that's I guess you're right on that piece of it, Robin. So you can't get more than 2 games ahead. So everyone would have to play 1 game at first. I maybe need to look at how that's written. That's fair, Robin. I'll figure that out to make sure that's right. The way it's supposed to.
About if you jump. If your team jumps, or
no, basically, if one player plays 2 games in the seeding round, which is supposed to be possible. I think I just need to reword how it's written. But yes, it is supposed to be possible that one player could play 2. They just couldn't play another game until everyone catches back up. So I'll work on the writing of that for sure. Crackle, big Cowboys fan. Okay, big Dallas Cowboys fan. Good.
Seahawks, people. Seahawks. All I have to say.
Okay, do the colors still make sense after putting multiple blue teams in Group 6? Yeah, so Group 6 will have... France will be blue, probably. Northern Ireland, I think, is green. Finland will be white. Austria would be red, and Western Asia would be black, something like that. I'll look at it, but yeah, I mean, there's going to be challenges with colors for sure. Obviously, we got a limited options. Say it again, Harlow.
Australia's team usually play yellow.
Yeah, and Australia is yellow. Yeah. Okay, Crackle's just wanting to clarify to everybody he's a big Dallas Cowboys fan. Loves Tony Romo especially. Got it. Is England white, red, blue? Yes, I believe England is white, red, blue. Yeah, so we kind of pulled from national teams in both the Olympics and the World Cup to decide on colors. That's kind of what we went with as our first option for colors.
I was actually kind of curious because I think of USA as well, I guess on the Olympics they tend to wear blue.
Yeah, blue's more
red.
commonly worn by national teams for the U.S. That was kind of the logic.
Okay.
And soccer or football also. Olympics.
I
and
don't
football.
watch that. So
yeah, both of them. They're just more commonly blues. Their primary, so that's where it came from.
Plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
I would be down with Speedster to play a practice game today if you want to.
Sweet.
If you
What
can
time?
get one set up.
Yeah,
I mean,
and get your other Germans in, like Mr. Buzz.
I'm currently
and-
asking him. We are
and-
like we have
and
only.
Riedel.
I have 4 hours. Now Riedel's not on our team. Get Riedel out of here.
We don't want Riedel practicing.
You're good buds with him, so get him. Get him in.
I have one more question though, Mitch.
Yeah.
The person that is the how's it called, sub for our team, can he
Yes.
also be in the VC while we are playing?
He cannot be in the VC while you are playing. No, only 3 players maximum in there.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
obviously they can
yeah.
practice with you and they can be in a practice VC with you, but not during the game.
My server is being used to run the practice style VC stuff.
You'll have that
Mitch's
option.
VC server is very official.
Yeah. So it'll be only the
so-
roles. The official 3 players with the role can get into your VC.
Yeah. Mine gives you some of those private features. You can have private, bot commands and things like that. But you can control who you move in. So you could have as many players in your team as your team desires. If you want to allow, let's say, like Canada had a Canada 2 player in their VC for one or 2 of their games, even though they had their entire team, they opted to allow him in instead of him playing off on his own. That's entirely up to Canada 1 if they want to do that. But the way that works is Canada 1 has to drag the Canada 2 player from global chat into their VC for that to be permitted. The Canada 2 player can't just join.
Noob No More asks why Australia's yellow. Again, same concept. Australia wears yellow for the Olympics and their soccer/football team. Kubli's telling Mr. Buzz to check the group chat. I think that's all the questions. You guys got anything else you'd like to clear up before we go? Schedules will be out tomorrow at approximately 0 UTC. The groups will all be listed on the website later this evening, US time. But the schedules will be out tomorrow. You've got just a few minutes to get your availability in. Please, if you're in the tournament, get your availability in like ASAP. We've got a really challenging availability scheduling to work with. So I need that in there ASAP so that they can use it.
Mitch, if post stream I could have, 3 minutes with you, and that's
Sure.
it. That'd be great.
Speedster asks if there are extra points for killing every English player in each game. Yeah, you'll get 5 bounty points for your first kill, but if your first kill's an English player, you get 6. That's the normal rule, I think.
Okay, and you're done with that. I have video proof of that. Thank you.
Mitch, I want to thank you for the organization again. and
Yeah, you
making
got
this
it.
look
Thank you,
very,
Jan.
very easy and professional.
Yeah. So, and a good
it's a lot of
point,
work.
a good point, Johan. This week, we will have a lot of times that aren't necessarily U.S. popular times because we've got all these European groups. So we'll use our European broadcasters, including Hot Buns, Johan, and Open, helping us broadcast these games. So we'll make sure we tell you who's broadcasting them, and hopefully we can get them into multiple languages. That's one of my big goals moving forward in the tournament, is to get some of these matches in multiple languages. So we'll always have a primary English broadcast, then hopefully we can get some secondary language broadcast to get more people watching and understanding in their home languages.
Arco's worth 10. Just saying.
We'll just assign bounty points based off specific players. That could get ugly. All right. Any other questions before we wrap up here? Nobody? Going once?
Nobody. Just if you're not in the server, what are you doing with your life? I mean, seriously.
Okay, so we
just DM me or whatever. Send me a friend request. I don't care. Just have one of your other teammates invite you. We'll get you in the team roles that you need, so you can get the cohesiveness down with your teammates on the VC aspect.
I forgot to mention Speedster as one of our European broadcasters. Sorry, Speedster. Speedster will also be helping us with some broadcasting, as well as Kuehl. So, and hopefully we can get some multiple languages there. Sorry, Speedster. That was my bad.
Joey, Plasma just searching for friends. Yeah, that's what it is. It's always that, right?
Plasma, I can confirm that we have a team of 3 players that would be able to attend for Germany.
Nice.
Awesome. So you hear that, guys?
Yeah, reach out to Plasma, get set up.
You're missing out.
And your team could. There's huge potential, and I really think the potential of Team Risk may be in this one player playing with additional teammates, helping them out with additional stats and info as they go.
Yeah, there's a bot. There's actually multiple bots, but there's to name specifically, there's Ares bot that's set up, which is allowed in this tournament, right, Mitch?
Yes. Any outside resources is allowed except for stream sniping.
Stream sniping. What about the mouse? I don't know anything.
Yeah,
about that.
no physical items can be used that allow you to attack faster. That SMG doesn't allow in their events. So we just stick to the standard rules on that. But any abstract, non-tangible items like percentages of rolls and things like that, all of that is welcome.
Yep, this Ares bot provides data that's publicly available and just calculates it for you, or provides the pre-calculated values in an easy to access format, rather than having to scroll through a giant spreadsheet while you're playing.
Yeah.
Which uses RAM, by the way. While you're playing Risk.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to Ares the Fox for putting together all of that info and sharing it so nicely with us. Huge shout out to Ares.
Ares, do you want to demo the bot so people kind of, or I could do it.
I do love Open saying personal assistant that massages your hands in between turns. I think that makes sense. Anybody that doesn't have one on their team is probably not trying hard enough. So make sure you have a masseuse for your team scheduled also.
Riddle.
Toby, you can if you want to write your own script or programming in terms of telling you a calculation on the fly or a kill chain or something like that, you're more than welcome to. Again, any outside resources you want to use is great. Beyond literally sniping someone's card. So like that's where we draw the line, right? That's the part of the game we're trying to eliminate hopefully soon. But what we want is to see, with all of these nerds out there that love the game of Risk and math and geography, you putting together those outside resources in the form of a team to see what you can accomplish. Yeah, you can see Johan shows us the example of a 70% France calculation from the Ares bot, or the Ares bot. 70% is 19 without blizzards or 17 with blizzards. And Plasma did another one on Königsberg. So yeah, you guys can see how the bot works there for your resource. All right, we will call that a wrap on the World Cup draw. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and schedules will be out, and we'll get to start watching the action this week. See you guys.